Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Lynn and I'm Pretty Papercrafts 67 and I'm doing Christmas. For the first time ever, I'm getting a jump start on my Christmas journal. Every year I only usually make one Christmas journal, and that is simply because I leave it too late. So maybe I'll get more than one done this year. But I did start making my journal. I've done the covers. I've done my focal piece on my journal. I just did a big tag shape with corrugated cardboard, and I've just used lots of Kaisercraft elements and some mystery box elements and some Tim Holtz, some twigs, some cheesecloth, some lace, and just some assorted papers. And I've just done a big collage of Christmas. That's my front cover. On the inside, I'm making a bit of a flip. I haven't done much of anything in there yet. I've covered all my pieces basically. So this one here is going to be a window envelope flip, and then my signature will go into the middle. I want to add some pockets, and then on this side we've got various little flip outs. We've got a envelope in there which just so happened to be gold on the inside. I'll put another pocket here, and then this is a top loading pocket, this one here. This is a side loading pocket, that one there, and I want to put another pocket in the middle there. So I also bought a printable from Etsy. Now I did write it down, give me a minute. The printable is from Liana Scrap and it's Patchwork Christmas, so I will link that down below. And it is a beautiful printable. I liked it because it had these big Christmas flowers. I think they're poinsettia or poinciana or something like that. So I've double side printed all my pages for my book or for my signature. I've also included some coffee stained paper. But yeah, I wanted to just get a little bit of a head start on some ephemera also. So what I'm going to do today on camera is I'm going to make one of these little tags. So it's a little tag and a journal spot, hidden journal spot. So basically what I did, I picked some pages from this junk journal or from this digital kit, and I printed them out onto some heavier, I think it's 210 GSM cardstock. So this one here, the one that I'm going to work with today, I printed it on either side. This one I haven't done that yet, so this is still white. But all I've done there to make the tag is I trimmed away my white edges, and then I basically just measured. I think it was about 11¼ inches. So I measured 5½ inches and cut it down the middle, which gave two tags, one slightly larger than the other, and then I just folded them. So that's your tag shape. I cut it down there, I made a tag shape, folded it over, and there you go. So I have got my bits and pieces. Oh, that's just another page from the kit. Isn't that pretty? The little houses. So I've got all sorts of bits and pieces ready to go here, but that's probably for another day. So we'll work on this one today, or a second one like this. So I have taken my page, as I said, and I've cut the two tag shapes. One is slightly higher than the other. And I also took another page from the kit which had all the Christmas flowers, and I have basically just collaged them. I fussy cut them and then collaged them over the top of the tag. So here is, I've just got myself a little embellishment from Kaisercraft die cut set. And yeah, I've just fussy cut all the poinsettias, I think that's what they're called, from a page in the kit. And we're just going to have a little bit of fun and do a bit of collage with those onto this. But first of all, before I do that, I just want to do a little bit of hand stamping. On this one here, I used Darkroom Door and Tim Holtz, so I think I'll do something very similar. You don't see a lot of it, but it's there, and it just creates something in the background. So I'm going to do that. So I'm having a sip of my coffee. So I'm going to grab I'll start off with that. I'm going to grab this one, the Dark Room Door. This is my go-to. I love this stamp set. I use it all the time. And my favourite is this one here, which is, as you can see, it's dirty. And it's just like a number sequence of some sort. So I'm just going to take some Distress ink and I'm just going to ink that up. And I'm just going to put that stamp around about in this section here. And I'm just going to lay that down and just let it absorb to the paper a little bit. And we'll pick it up. All right, so I love that stamp. I just think it's subtle but beautiful. Now I'm going to just pick, I'll pop that one to the side. I'm just going to pick the flower sequences that we might use. And I love these half ones because they just fit really nicely along there. And I might take, just like I've done with the other one, although that is gorgeous too. And I could half fold that maybe so that it's coming onto the back. That could be pretty. So we might do that with this one. And then I can also even, just to give this back piece a little more, I could even do something like that. But anyway, we might stick with that combination at the moment. So in light of that, I just want to, now where did I put my scissors? There's just a little piece here that I didn't fussy cut. There, just like that. So before I do that, I'm going to stamp down here in this section. I've done it on this one with the 25, but the sentiment that I'm using has got a 25 on it. So I think I'm just going to use these beautiful big stamps, the foam mount stamps, and they're called Block Upper. They're a Tim Holtz. So I'm just going to take the D, E, and C and stamp December. As I said, I will be covering some of that up, but it will be there nonetheless. We'll see some of it. So on my big block, I'm just going to take the D. Looking upside down is not always A. Where's the D? D. So D. Oh, because they're back to front. So that's the D. And I want the E. And I want the C. Where's my C? There's the C. And now I'm just going to check. I like these stamps because you can make them all a bit quirky. Just stamp them in different, lay them down in different heights. But for this one, I'm going to try and get similar heights. And bring that one in just a little bit more. All right, so that's December, and I'm simply, oh, is that going to be right? It's going back to front, isn't it? It's got to go that way. December, D-E-C. So I'm just going to use that same coloured ink, give them a really good ink up, because I've never used this set before. I do have the lowercase, and I use them all the time, but I'm going to use the uppercase. So I'll just move that flower out the way. And I'm going to, just down along this edge here, stamp my December. Just like that. Put those to the side. Now, the flowers will go over it a little bit, but I think that's still very pretty. And how are we going to do that? I've forgotten now. Kind of like that, was it? Or was it that way? Oh, forgotten now. Maybe like that. That could be pretty. All right, so I'm just going to use basic glue stick. Grab myself a piece of paper. So yeah, just going to use glue stick. I don't know how I had that. That's not right either. Was it like that maybe? Maybe it's like that. Let's just fiddle. All right, so I'm just going to glue just a little bit of glue stick. And I'm just going to try and get that right along that edge. If it's over a little bit or under, behind, it doesn't matter if it's not exactly on, because I will be inking. Now, here is my oh, if I can grab it, my bone folder. Just want to give that just a good burnish so that everything sticks where it's supposed to. Just like that. And now this one here, I can't remember how I had that. Although that's quite pretty, isn't it? Yeah, let's kind of try and remember that. So the two leaves are facing down. And how is everybody today? Did we all survive the weekend? It was pretty uneventful here for me this weekend. I've not been feeling well, so I took the opportunity just to have a bit of a rest. So yeah, it was lovely. So I think, is that the way we had it? And we'll just kind of do that. Just like that. And then that will fold over. So that will be the front, and then you'll have that pretty floral on the back. All right, so these are so simple, so easy. They're just a nice little quirky idea, something that's a little different. So I'm just going to take some ink and ink up around these edges. And of course, I will sew all around the edge of the tag when it is nice and dry. And I've still got some more flowers there that I could do a few more with. And I am going to ink in the center, in the middle, and on the inside, I mean to say, the inside of the tag as well, just to give it that semi kind of grungy look. Although this tag, this digital kit is more of a shabby country style. It's very, very pretty. All right, so that's just lightly inked and lightly inked. And now I'm going to take my sentiment, and I've just layered 2 Kaisercraft die cuts together, and I've just sewn around that with a really shabby machine stitching. And I think I'm going to put that right in the center. Please excuse me if I cough. Yeah, I'm sort of getting better, but not quite better yet. All right, so I'm just going to lay a bit of glue down around that. And I'm going to put that right in the middle there. Just like that. Now, here is the machine stitching that I did all the way around the whole tag, but I will wait until it's dry. And then I've also just done some embossing through a plastic stencil with the spack filler. And I love that look of the just the white baubles or round circles or whatever you want to call them. So I'm going to do the same on this one. So let me grab that. Just ordinary Sally's spack filler, or any spack filler. I have found this to be better than any modelling paste I've ever used. But that's just me making a bit of room here. So I'm going to open that one out. And I'm just going to open this one. I like this because it dries really fast. I might close that actually, because then I won't get it on the back. So now I'm just going to sort of take my stencil. It's just a round dotty one. And I'm just going to pick an area, say about there. And I'm just going to stencil that. I've got my old butter knife with the bone handle. This came from my grandmother, I think. I love it. It's the best thing for doing this kind of thing. All right. Now, I'm just going to hold my breath and lay some of this down and see what we get. Yeah, see, isn't that cute? So just wipe that off the bit there at the edge. It is a little messy, but I think this kind of work is a little messy. Just clearing up my mat here a bit because I don't want to drag it over. And then I wouldn't mind doing the same sort of thing along this top edge here. So I'm just going to use a different section of the stencil. And again, I'm just going to go ahead with my spack filler. Lift that up. Oh, I'd love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, now I'm just going to clean this or pack this away while I'm playing with it. That way I won't forget and it won't dry out. So put that back on. All right, done, done, and done. Now, this is going to take probably about, I don't know, 30 minutes to dry nice and hard. So I'm just going to leave that sit. Once it is dried, I will then machine stitch all around this one. But also, when it is dried, like this one is nice and hard now, I want to colour that white up a little bit. So all I'm simply going to do is I've got my water brush, my stamp block, and I'm just going to take some of this Forest Moss Distress Oxide Ranger, put a little bit on there like that. Now I don't want to use a whole lot of water because this back filler is quite porous and I don't want it to break down. So I'm just going to take a little bit like that, and I'm just simply going to add colour to that spack filler. And it does dry out, or not dry out, it does fade out, but I'll just come in again with a second coat. And it just adds a little bit of something. And I'm going to do these ones around the side as well. Just takes away that stark white without being overbearing. I'm just going to come back up this way. I'm just going to add a second coat. And I'll probably add a third coat once it's all dry, if it needs it. Just like that. And back down here. And it just adds just something a little bit more. I really love it. Alrighty, and that's as simple as that gets. So there you go, a really simple, quick and easy one for me today. They are very easy to make, and it's just something just a little bit different to just your basic tag. It is warping a little bit, but once it's completely dry, you can just manipulate that paper back. I will wait for it to dry, and then I'll put a paperweight underneath it. So there you go, simple and easy little, what are we going to call them? Christmas journal tags, or hidden journal spots maybe, or journal tags, I don't know. Just something really, really cute. And then that one will dry shortly, and then we will see how, look, it's even absorbed some of the colour from where we've stamped December. So yeah, I really like the spack filler. All right, guys, so I will do a few videos, I think, making this Christmas journal, because it's something a bit different to do. Love it. And the one we've just made, I'm going to try and stick them in the back there in that little envelope. So So yeah, do if you like this printable, do go over onto Etsy and have a look at it. I will link the shop below. I'll link a direct link to the printable. And yeah, this doesn't have to be just Christmas. I've used these in my nature journal, my nature study journal actually, that I'm doing for my design team. I did one of these tags in that book. So any style you like. It's just a little booklet. And if you wanted, you could actually cut some coffee stained paper to the same shape as your tag, and then just sew it into the middle. So you'd have like a little tag shaped booklet. So there you go. All right, everyone. Like I said, just a really quick one for me today. The rest of the week is looking really, really busy with responsibilities and obligations to mum. So I'm not sure when I'll be back. Hopefully by the end of the week I'll have another video up. But anyway, for today, thank you so much for joining me. I hope everyone had a great weekend and has a wonderful week to come. And yeah, I'll see you all again soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.